Sam and myself began to see damages to the cave. Because it was original exploration and no divers had been in this passage before, we were convinced that we were onto something very unique.
There was a fairly major restriction on the other side, and Fred told me to hold, and then he went down feet first through the restriction.
What we found on the other side was absolutely incredible. Here was very clear evidence of what people were doing, many, many thousands of years ago, some of the first peoples to inhabit the Americas, and we're seeing sort of a time capsule of their life then.
We're very grateful to the involvement of INA, the National Institute of Anthropology and History. Pilar Luna and Roberto Junco really are the ones that allow us to be able to do this work. Brandy McDonald from the University of Missouri, and her analysis of the sediment is giving credence to the fact that yes, indeed, that was what they were after.
What's really remarkable about the sites is the preservation. This is incredibly rare in archaeology to find evidence for human activity that's this old and this well preserved. It shows that there was group cooperation. The activities were quite sophisticated. The amount of sheer raw material that they were moving just to extract the ochre is unlike anything I've ever seen before.
Ed Reinhardt from McMaster University and his team are really doing a great job in helping us determine sites that might need to be sampled.
We have a unique suite of sites here that has not been found really worldwide, and will provide us with insights onto how these populations existed and interacted. This is the first clear evidence that we have of one of the reasons for why they were going into the caves. It does provide a very, very compelling story in terms of why we're finding so many Paleoamerican skeletons in the cave systems down here. So the preservation that we have in the Yucatan presents this very unique window to learn more about this very early technology. And there's a lot of future research that needs to be conducted.
Barry Rock at the University of New Hampshire is actually taking the charcoal samples and looking at them under a scanning electron microscope and can tell us exactly what species of wood that was being burned in there. But we can also, from those same pieces of charcoal, get carbon dates as well from Jim Chatters of Paleoscience. And finally, the University of California, San Diego and the Cultural Heritage Engineering Initiative is really the driving force behind all of our photogrammetry in this area. one of the main motivations we all have is, what are we going to be telling you a year from now that we've discovered in one of these caves? The possibilities are limitless. For me, that is absolutely one of the motivations. It's what we haven't found yet, and I'm quite sure there's even more spectacular things than what we're showing you in the mine right now.